You can use Control shortcut key to switch to the next most useful tool. Two examples are, suppose we have an add function and we have connected X and Y to the two inputs. Suppose we have done it wrong and we want to switch the X and Y inputs. One way is to delete the wires and then reconnect it in the correct order. And a shortcut is to bring your mouse to the input of the function and press Control. As you can see, the icon has changed. Now if you click, the inputs, the wire inputs have reversed. Another example would be if you have the coloring tool on and you want to pick up the color of an object that is already present on the for example front panel. To switch to the get color tool is to press Control and the color picker appears. Now you can just click and pick up the color, and then you can apply it. One shortcut for invoking positioning tool is Shift, pressing the Shift key. For example, if your mouse is over a wire, the wiring tool appears, but if you press Shift key, the tool changes to the positioning tool. Now if you press the mouse down and then you drag, then the positioning tool will reposition the object under the mouse. If you need to scroll through your block diagram or front panel, a keyboard shortcut for doing that is pressing Ctrl, Shift, and then holding the mouse button and then dragging. Likewise on the front panel, Shift, Ctrl, mouse down, and then scroll. Then you can scroll your front panel. If automatic tool selection is disabled, then you can press Spacebar to switch between two most useful tools. Likewise on the block diagram, Spacebar switches between the two most useful tools. If automatic tool selection is disabled, then you can enable it using a keyboard shortcut, which is Shift Tab. Press Shift Tab to enable automatic tool selection. If automatic tool selection is turned off and you press Tab, this makes you cycle through the four most useful tools: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Likewise on the front panel, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you invoke temporary controls palette on the front panel, for example by right clicking on the front panel, then you can cycle through the different palettes by using the arrow keys. Likewise on the block diagram, right click to invoke temporary functions palette, and then you can cycle through different options using arrow keys. If you invoke a temporary palette by right clicking on the, for example, block diagram and invoking functions palette, and then you navigate using the arrow keys and would like to enter a sub palette, for example this file IO palette, then you can enter inside that by pressing enter key and then using the arrow keys for navigating inside that sub palette. If you are navigating through a palette using arrow keys and then you decided to go inside a sub palette using enter key, and now you would want to go back one step up, you can press the escape key to close the further sub palette and you are back into the parent palette. To invoke a temporary version of Tools palette, hold Shift key and then press right click anywhere on the block diagram or on the front panel. Shift right click to invoke temporary version of Tools palette, then click anywhere else to make it disappear.